Bushcraft 412, doing a review today of the Marbles Fireman's Axe. This is a nice, cool little piece of gear I got for $16.99 at SmokyMountainKnifeWorks.com, www.smkw.com. They are one of the sole carriers of marble knives, and they have the best prices out there. So if you're interested in getting into them, go and check them out, because they do have some really neat stuff and some pretty impressive looking machetes and knives at budget prices. So I'm really digging the company and interested in getting a few more of their blades. And I got this one on a recommendation from MD Prepper, who has videos himself of this. So I will post it as a video response to his, to kind of show a little appreciation for the work he's doing and the awesome videos he's putting out. This knife, machete, axe, whatever you want to call it, very neat. Let's take a look at the sheath first. Velcro retaining strap and snaps. Very nice, secure fit. Is not something that's going to come out when you don't want it to. Rivet design, nylon Cordura, very thick, high quality sheath. This is actually one of the more impressive sheaths that I've ever gotten on a budget, item. Very neat. Comes with a Velcro pouch with a sharpening stone. I'm probably going to remove that and maybe put like a small Altoids tin in there or a Zippo or something like that, because lots of times when I'm out I bring a file with me, so I really don't need a sharpening stone like that. Nice generous nylon webbing belt loop, which I do like. It's webbing, and it's got a kind of a D-ring there so that it dangles. Cool little feature. Very nice sheath. I gotta say, for a $16 knife, that's an awesome sheath. And here is the axe. This is a neat thing. I mean, I was kind of on the fence about this, but man, I think Marbles hit a home run with this. And at the price point, $16.99, with shipping, you're looking at like a $22, $23 item. This is pretty cool. There are machetes out there in that price range, like some of the cold steel machetes that are amazing machetes, but this has a little more kind of usefulness to it than that, and I think this is a great addition to your collection if you're really looking for something hard use for outdoors. As you can see, it's Marbles, made in El Salvador, as it is stamped on the blade here. And they actually label this as a machete, and I think this is more of a machete than an axe, if you ask me. It has a wooden handle with a lanyard hold, and inside the lanyard hold is actually a brass tube, which is a nice feature because then it does help provide a little extra strength. The tang of the actual axe, machete, whatever you want to call it, goes down to about here. So there's only about an inch of the handle that is not included with the tang. Thickness is actually very nice thickness. This is a hair thicker than most of your cold steel machetes, but very nice thickness to it. It's not something that's flexible at all. I was a little worried this would be too thin and be a little flexible, but it's not. Let's talk about the sharpened edges. This end is flat. It's a nice flat grind to it, so no sharpening there. Now on the back side is the exact opposite. This is sharp. This is sharp all the way up. It's sharpened the entire length, so 3/4 of this is sharpened. Now, one of my issues with this is that the sharpness and grind varies. There's a couple areas that are very sharp. They're like laser sharp, and then there's other spots like the front of the axe part that's a little on the duller side. I'm not sure if they did that on purpose to give it a good utility edge so it wouldn't wear down as quick, and if that's the case, I got no problem with it, because I would prefer the actual axe head, if I'm using it as a small axe or a hatchet, to have that utility edge rather than a really sharp edge. The design is neat in that you do have this kind of style, which is often used as like a brush thinner or kind of jungle machete. Your front end, which is of course designed to be kind of an axe, And then you have your top edge, which appears to be the dullest of everything, which I'm not sure if that's purposeful or not. I don't know what use that would really be, except possibly using it to split wood. For example, putting this onto your top of a piece of wood and then hammering the top of the handle here with another piece of wood to split wood. I see that as a possibility, but I'm not sure how functional that'll be. Unfortunately, it's freezing rain today, so I can't get out to test this thing, but as soon as I get out to test this bad boy, I'm going to put a video up, and I want to see if you can split wood with the top of this. I'm really curious. The cutout is for opening fire hydrants and also oxygen tanks. Very neat. Cuts out some weight in the blade, which is nice because it is a little on the heavy side, but no problem there. Mine has a red finish. I don't have any flaws in my finish, but I've seen some other videos where people do have flaws in their finish, but not on mine. Few flaws it does have is the top is not sanded, the handle, so I will have to get in, maybe sand that. Probably not, maybe, who knows. But the finish is not on there, so I may take just a little bit of clear coat and put it on there so that doesn't get wet and deteriorate. But other than that, the rest of the handle is coated in a nice clear coat, so you don't have to worry about it moisture getting in and it cracking. It's held together with brass rivets, so I'm assuming the handle is going to be very strong. It's a little on the slippery side. Even holding it with dry hands, it's a little slippery, so it's definitely going to need some grip tape, but there is also the lanyard on the end, so I will add a lanyard and some grip tape to this bad boy. I think this is going to be, well, I think this is, number one, this is something that's really useful and is kind of ignored. Marbles, I don't know what that company is thinking, but you know, they've only got 2 places where you can buy them online, and you know, they're just not advertising these. They're not putting them out there. I mean, for the price range for $16.99, this is a very neat utility item. It's not a full-blown machete. It's not a full-blown axe. It's kind of a hybrid, you know, with a brush thinner and the oxygen cut out there so you can open oxygen tanks. It's a really neat utility item. A lot of use, and it's something I think you can put in your car. You can throw it under your seat. You can put it wherever. You do have to be careful though, because this is a carbon steel blade. Marbles advertises it as a fire-hardened carbon steel blade, so just make sure when you have it put away, you do have the edge oiled, because you will probably see some corrosion on there if you don't. So I definitely would like to see, I'm definitely going to get some more products out of Marbles. Between this and the Jet Pilot Survival Knife, I really enjoy the 2 of them, and just looking at the initial quality without testing, I think these are both going to be home runs once I get them out in the field and check them, and hopefully I can get out next weekend and make some videos for you guys so you can see how good these things work. And but for now, you have to take this tabletop review and take it as it is. But I definitely think if you you know, you got $30 to spare, go on Smoky Mountain Knife Works and pick up a couple Marbles products. They look to be very good value for the price.